Good morning. I'm in Te Atatū this morning on the, I think it's called the Te Atatū Peninsula Shared Pathway. It's quite a long walk actually, so I probably won't do it all today because I've got something special that I want to go and have a look at towards the end of the walk, but we'll go into that later. But it's a beautiful walkway right along the coast and of the Te Atatū Peninsula with beautiful views out towards the city. So come along and enjoy it with me. I've parked in a little parking area not far from the motorway, and the walkway goes right back to the motorway and around the main street there past the, I think it's the Te Atatū Pony Club. So then I'm going to double back and go a bit more of it. And on the other side we have plenty of pukekos just wandering around in one of the horse paddocks. Some horses in the distance. Not a great deal up this end of the walk to really see, but it's nice pathways, nice and flat. A little bit of a view out that way and a beautiful view of the city which you can get from all along this peninsula. It's even better when the tide's in. At the moment it's on its way out, I think. It's getting a little bit noisier as we're getting closer to the motorway, and rather than go all the way around and back on the main road, I'm just going to turn around and retrace my steps for a little bit. Seems everywhere I go lately I'm finding naked ladies. I don't think I better comment any more on that one. It's a little garden area here which I guess has got different sorts of flax plants which have different uses. I must admit, to me they all look very much the same, but I guess if you know what you're doing, it's a different type and it has a different use. Quite a lot of signage around the area explaining different parts of it. It's one all about the Waitematā salt marsh, which is between us and the sea. And the sign says they're restoring the wetland, which is the second largest natural wetland remaining in West Auckland. Lots of ducks down here. A lot of them didn't like me walking along the path, so they've flown away. But all this lot have stayed. And down into Harbour View Beach Reserve, which is as far as I'm going today, because as I mentioned earlier I want to take you to see something special. But in a couple of weeks' time, when the tide is low again, I'll be back to do the rest of the walk, because there is some walking along the foreshore and you can't do that at high tide. So we'll be back in a couple of weeks. Trying not to disturb the pukeka. And there's some ducks come for dinner or breakfast. This bit was the Te Atatū shared pathway, and the rest of it from the car park is called the Harbour View Walkway. And I guess the rest of it is called the Harbour View Walkway, which I'll be doing in a couple of weeks' time. This is what I wanted to see. I only found out about it about 2 years ago from a lady who used to be on the council local board, and before that I never knew it existed, but she had involvement in getting this up and running. And it is actually the Lancaster Memorial, which is a replica of one, and I'll see if I can read this sign, which is just about impossible to read. It's commissioned in memory of the 13 airmen from New Zealand, Canada and England killed when 2 Lancaster bombers were shot down flying over somewhere in Luxembourg en route to Germany during World War II on August the 12th and 13th, 1944. Among the 6 New Zealanders who died were RNZAF 75 Squadron Flying Officer Wayland Hazard and Flight Sergeant John Wright, both of Te Atatū. This replica of the memorial in Waitematā has been reproduced with the permission of the designer Paul Holwick and Wyson Park Mayor Henry Reinen. Apologies for the pronunciation. And behind the memorial we have 5 World War II gun emplacements. Okay, the guns were never installed because the Japanese were in retreat by the time they were finished. There's the gate that was missing at the top. Not a bad view from here, starting at the Waitakere northwestern motorway, right around to Mount Albert. I can see One Tree Hill, a couple of other volcanoes, Mount Eden, the city, Waitematā Harbour Bridge behind the trees, and across to the North Shore, and a beautiful old house down the end. Good place for a gun emplacement. Well, that's another one done. Hope you've enjoyed this first part of the walk at Te Atatū Peninsula. We'll come back again in a couple of weeks. But if you have enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It certainly helps the channel and it helps others find my videos. If you know anyone that would be interested in looking at the videos, please pass the link on to them. It's always good to have an extra one on the walk with me. So that's it for this time. See you next time. Bye.